Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. Now, the Arabs, the Palestinians are saying, can we put aside all our differences and look for a way to make things work? Okay, why am I even starting with this? It is also the same person that told you people that called Kamala Harris the B word, right? Is now looking for a way to see how you all can help them. I mean, make life easier. Why? Because nobody is free until everybody is free. Now, let me tell you something. That is actually a quote and a parable, right? That parable, it's actually not true. Why am I saying it? I'm saying this because as long as this life is, as long as we have life and we are in this world, everybody will never be free. It's just like the way everybody will not be rich. Some people will be middle class, some people will be bourgeois, some people will be proletariat. That is the poor, right? That is how this life work. Just know this and know peace. So you are telling black people to come out so you all can work together. What happened in November? What happened in November when they called you people? You all said it's Justine. Go call Justine. Justine has gone, or she has probably had, she's already been banished or something, or probably she is now in evil forest because since after election, nobody ever heard from her. That is to tell you all that you all weren't even smart enough to know that I have never seen where a third party wins election. Have you ever seen? I haven't. Let's get into this video.
This is the time for all the minorities, all the movements, all the working class to come together and really build power and really fight against the fascism that's been here, but finally popping its head out and being loud and proud about it. And unless we do something, really come together, it's gonna get real bad.
Sounds good, bitch, but we should have did this November 5th. But might I remind you, you said this.
Vote for, if you want Donald Trump to win, say that. Bitch! I will vote for Satan if I have to. I don't care who we gotta deal with for the next 4 years, as long as you motherfuckers know that you fucked up and you guys are gonna deal with some type of repercussion for what happened for the last 10 months. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that bitch does not win and the Democrat Party loses the election. Fuck you guys.
He said all of this, and then he sealed it with a kiss. How do you expect us to come together in unity and form a community when there's no trust? You betrayed us. The black community told you this was going to happen, and rather than listening to us, you silenced us, you harassed us, you doxed us, you dehumanized us. You told us we don't know what genocide is, we don't know what oppression is. Imagine telling somebody who literally had to survive 400 years of slavery that we don't know what oppression and genocide looks like. You think just one day we just woke up and black folks were granted their rights? No, we had to fight for it. And one thing that we learned within that fight is also learning about this thing called harm reduction. We had to learn how to play chess, not checkers, and it literally took us years to get here. And the sad thing about it is the black community tried to give you the play-by-play on how we could help the Palestinian people, but you didn't want to listen to us. You said that we're stupid, we don't know anything about oppression, we're ghetto, hoodlum, genocidal trash. You dehumanized us. Told us that we don't know anything about a country that has literally been disenfranchising us for the last 400 years. And the sad thing about it is you would not have your civil rights if it wasn't for black people's plight. The only reason why you was even able to protest vote to begin with and throw it away is because of the blood that was spilled by my ancestors. So please get that fucking shit correct. And now y'all got the nerve to knock on the motherfucking door and ask black people, where are you at, black folks? We need you. Well, we needed you too on November 5th. And we told you that if you think that you are going to teach us a lesson, you're going to fuck around and find out first. Please don't come to black creators. Don't come to black people asking us for shit in this moment. Okay, we only 2 weeks in and we still haven't healed. We still haven't healed. And that brings it back to the dehumanization of it. We put our sweat, tears, and soul into this election, trying to save this nation once again for every other minority and marginalized community to betray us. And then you got the motherfucking nerve to show up to our fucking doorstep and tell us what the fuck to damn do. And we need to get your black ass up and do something. Please be gone with that bullshit. If anything, what y'all should be doing is apologizing to us, trying to gain our trust again, because I'm going to tell you right now, we don't fucking trust you. In order to build community, there has to be trust there. And you've already gone against the damn grain. You got 2 years to get y'all shit together before the next midterms and gaining black people's trust, because we don't trust y'all asses. Because I'll be damned if I'm going to be on the front lines and being used as a black human shield for people who do not even give a fuck about my existence, and played in our face and told us that they want us to suffer because they were angry. The same people who said that they were our allies when we said, if you vote for Kamala Harris, don't worry about her. The black community will hold her accountable if we elect her. But rather than reaching across the aisles for a compromise, you decide to play in our fucking face and set off a fucking bomb and explosion. And now all of us are dealing with the consequences. So please leave us the fuck alone. Stop harassing us. Remember, we don't know anything about oppression. We don't know anything about organization. We're DEI hires. We're apes. All this anti-black shit that y'all was saying on this TikTok app to black content creators and black people. We remember. Okay, November was number damn 3 months ago. We remember. The North remembers. Why is the onus always on us? Again, black people do something. Black people fix it. Black people organize it. Black people put it together. For us to tear it the fuck apart and then play in your face and claim to quote unquote be allies when all we ever do is lie. Because as soon as the white supremacists come a knocking, we're going to run and find safety and supremacy and leave your ass out in the cold to fend for yourself. Because again, black person, you're not human. Your life doesn't matter. Even though I have BLM in my bio, I honestly don't think it matters. I'm doing this for clicks and views and get invited to the cookout. Just stop. Why is it that everything that this black woman said has come to pass and it's been less than 2 fucking weeks? Why is it that everybody black was on the same damn time and the same fucking wavelength, but y'all couldn't be? Because again, y'all don't want fucking equality. Y'all want to benefit from white supremacy. And right now, black people are trying to internalize that, grasp that, and try to move differently around y'all, because we do not trust anybody but our own in this moment. And can you really fucking blame us? Stitch this, bitch.
Y'all are really missing the whole point. If your entire plan was to vote for Democrats and you think the Democrats or Kamala or whoever they put in as their puppet is going to save you or is going to make the world a better place, then bro, just sit on the sideline, because you're not doing research. You're not listening to any of what the revolutionaries or the leaders of the past told us. The Democrats are not our friend, and neither are the Republicans. At the end of the day, regardless of who is in power, our goal should be to build community, to build coalitions, and to break out of the system that is currently destroying not just our communities, but the entire world. So if you are still choosing a side, whether it's Democrat or Republican, you are a part of the problem. You are not helping find a solution. So if you're just gonna sit on the sideline, like, you could do that. At the end of the day, the only people that we need are the people that are willing to actually work.
No one's free until we're all free, and we can't protect ourselves if we can't protect each other. This is the time for all the minorities, all the movements, all the working class to come together and really build power and really fight against the fascism that's been here, but finally popping its head out and being loud and proud about it. And unless we do something, really come together, it's gonna get real bad.
That's what I want to know. Who is we? Because wasn't this you?
Hola. Remember when I said that we're going to do everything that we can to make sure the Democrats and Kamala Harris loses? Well, that still stands.
Then after the election, you had the nerve to say this.
Now that the election is over, can we get back to work?
Like we motherfucking work for you. We have been fighting this fascist regime that's been here for 400 fucking years. You who recently left your dad's nutsacks thought you knew better than all the black people that were here before you. All our ancestors and elders who have marched, who have fought, who have gotten beaten, who have got lynched. 400 years you destroyed because you couldn't see past your own arrogance. And now you want us to come together? Why? Why all of a sudden you changing your tune? Oh, that's why. Because Trump said they were going to take Gaza and that we were going to own it. This buffoon that you thought wasn't going to be a problem if he got into office, because both parties are equally evil. I think not. America's foreign policy, youngin', was always bad for all the countries in the global south and in the Middle East. But because you couldn't see past your own fucking nose, you decided to tell your following, and your following kept going on and harassing black people to go vote for Jill Stein.
The problem that you were fixing to create which is T-Rob.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys, I didn't vote for Trump. I never endorsed Trump. I was pushing for third party. I was pushing for Jill Stein and the Green Party.
Where is she? Where is she? How's she gonna stop this? Where's she at? What you shoulda did, youngin'?
Wani, for once, could we all work together and listen to the people that actually have a plan and actually do the work to make change?
But you didn't. So how about you and all the people that were harassing black people and black women, especially the last 3 months, take your asses out there and show us that you bought that life while that orange buffoon is in office. Don't come online and talk about we need to get together. No, the fuck we don't. All we need to do is be black and die. That's all we need to do. You go out there and prove to the world that you're willing to go out there while there is a fascist buffoon in the fucking office. Because now you don't have Democrats to protest. Take that energy to the streets. Leave us out of it. Who the fuck is we?
When your own fucking people who are on the goddamn ground wanted y'all to vote for Kamala. You silenced your own fucking people. And then you harassed black people and told us that we don't know what the fuck oppression is when we've been on your side the entire fucking time. The audacity for these motherfuckers to tell us how to navigate through this racist white motherfucking world when you wouldn't even have your civil rights if it wasn't for our plight.
Remember, no one's free until we're all free. And we can't protect ourselves if we can't protect each other. This is the time for all the minorities, all the movements, all the work.
But didn't you...
We are going to do everything in our power to make sure Kamala Harris doesn't win. Vote for, if you want to vote Donald Trump.
No, I don't know if black people holistically have told you. We done with that holding hands and being side by side and going against the grain. That's over. And a lot of y'all thought it was a joke. A lot of y'all thought it was a game after the election. Everybody from that movement was like, oh, that's just black people online. That don't represent the whole black community. You sure about that now? Because they saying it in real life too. Real bad. Again, you want any type of black solidarity, any type of black anything, you need to clock that anti-blackness. We've been telling y'all this for 6-7 months and you guys still continue to not listen. You called a black woman outside of her name. And then you try to justify it by saying she's a war criminal when she ain't. She was just the vice president of the United States of America. You're a misogyny and your anti-blackness is why you didn't vote for her. You sat here and said out your mouth, I'd rather vote for Satan himself than vote for Kamala Harris. Well, Satan is in the office now. He's in the White House now. Now what? Now what? You sitting here talking about some, yeah, in order for, if you really want to be a revolutionary, you're telling black people, you as an Arab man is telling black people, if you want to be a true revolutionary, you know, you can't sit here and play the two-party system. You don't even go to Trump rallies and disturb their peace. Hell, matter of fact, most of your people don't even attend Trump rallies and protest them. How you gonna sit here and tell black people how to be revolutionaries? Y'all on y'all own. Dead ass.
Democrats are just as dumb as Republicans. One of the biggest scams ever is that Democrats have convinced themselves that they are smarter than Trump supporters, when in fact, both of y'all are stupid. And both are responsible for the downfall of the country. I already believe this, but it has been reinforced times 10 over these last 24 hours. Because the smugness that comes from so many of you when Trump announces that he will finish the job in Gaza, and you guys being holier than thou, thinking that you're so much better than leftists, talking about, I told you so, we told you so, when he's finishing a job that a Democrat started. And sometimes I just want to believe that some of you just have short-term memory, but really you're just stupid. Because just like Trump supporters, you move from a place of ego. You actually do not give a shit if this country becomes better or worse. As long as you can feel better about someone for probably the easiest decision that you can make in politics, sending in a vote. But to do any community work, to join a boycott, that's difficult. You don't have to do that. And just in case some of you need to be told this, what Trump is saying he will do in Gaza is literally a continuation of what Democrats have been doing for this last year and a half, almost 2 years. Remember when both Democrats and Republicans welcomed Netanyahu onto Congress's floor, violating the Rome statutes? Remember when asked about the G-side in Gaza, Kamala Harris just spouted AIPAC talking points? It's almost as if none of them give a fuck about people in Gaza. It's almost as if Trump does the same shit the Democrats do in office. He's just loud about it. But when a Democrat does the same shit, The reality is that y'all stand for nothing and are some of the most spineless and ignorant people on this planet. Y'all are no better than Trump supporters.
A lot of these internet leftist content creators are so frustrating. And the reason why it frustrates me is because you know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're saying. You know the argument that you're making is stupid. But it doesn't prevent you from doing it. Right? It doesn't prevent a lot of you from making these stupid fucking arguments. So the conversation that internet leftists are having now on social media is that the Kamala Harris supporters are trying to rewrite history and pretend that the ongoing ethnic cleansing in Gaza just started happening under Donald Trump. Because we keep saying that look at what Donald Trump is doing. He's doing exactly what he said he was going to do, right? That is not the conversation that we're having. That's not the conversation. I know you want to make that the conversation, but that's not what we're saying. Now, I will say this for the leftists. We understand Joe Biden's part in this. We understand exactly why Joe Biden is being criticized. He could have done more. Abso-fucking-lutely. We understand what traditionally the politicians in this country have done, no matter what their political affiliation may be, when it comes to how they have handled the Palestinian people, how they have allowed the Israeli government to do what they have consistently done for 75 years. We've seen this. We have protested this. We have called this out. A lot of us that were willing to vote for Kamala Harris this election cycle devoted our entire platforms to calling out the Biden administration's actions when it came to Gaza. But we were also willing to look at the situation in this country and what the two politicians that ultimately became the choices in 2024 were saying about the region and what they would do if they got into the White House. The conversation that we are having, the ones that voted for Kamala Harris, is not that this just began under Donald Trump. And what Trump is doing is the start of all of this. And we're just ignoring the past 15 months when Biden was doing all of the shit that he was doing. That's not the conversation that we're having. What we are saying is you guys actively ignored a legitimate threat from Donald Trump, who was telling even Biden that he wasn't doing enough for Israel. And in that, you ignored that legitimate threat because you were more concerned with Kamala Harris losing. The Israeli government wanted Donald Trump to win. Netanyahu wanted Donald Trump to win. Why do you think they wanted Donald Trump to win and not Kamala Harris? Do the math fast, Elmo. They wanted Donald Trump to win because of what Donald Trump had consistently said he would do if he ever got back into the White House. That he would not stand in their way. He even said, like Joe Biden, he would allow Israel to finish the job. Finishing the job is Israel in control of that entire region. And not just Gaza, but the West Bank and East Jerusalem. A lot of you talk about us trying to rewrite history. We're not doing that. What we are saying is that you guys actively ignored a legitimate threat because it was more important for you to be right about Kamala Harris. And you were wrong. You were fucking wrong. You can make the argument that Democrats and Republicans are both responsible for what's going on over there. That is a legitimate argument to make. And the only way to fix that is not to protest vote, is to vote their asses out, to vote effectively and consistently. And that's something that y'all don't do. And that's why they're there. A lot of you are convinced that they have to give you something to vote for. That's not how it works. You have to force them to care about what you care about. I look at it like this. If you are looking for someone to work within your company, you're not expecting for them to come into your company for a position that you are offering and tell you what their job is going to be. These are our employees. They work for us. And that's the thing that y'all don't understand. They shouldn't have to give you something to vote for because they should do what you elected them to do.
This is who you waited for. This is who you waited for. Look, you're proud. I came here legally. I've been paying taxes. Now I need to come back to war in my country, to bombs every day minding you. I'm gonna leave my dogs here. I cannot take them. This is who you waited for. My dad is gonna stay here. They're gonna separate our family. This is who you fucking waited. Are you proud of it? Illegally people only? Bad people only? Nos flash.
So what I did yesterday when I saw the news about Palestine, I talked with my friends about it. I have a few mutuals on this app who I talk to regularly. And I talked about how I felt about it. Then I made a video and I put it in my drafts. The reason why I did that is because I wanted to make sure that I processed the emotions I was feeling and then slept on it. Because everyone knows that when you sleep on something, a lot of times you come to like a natural conclusion, you know? So if you're mad about something, you go to sleep and you're still mad about it when you wake up, then you're probably going to act on that. In this case, after I processed how angry and how sad I was, I woke up and I still feel sad. I don't feel angry anymore. Because there's so many mantras that people have weaponized and have diluted to the point where they don't mean anything anymore, especially as it relates to leftism. One of the mantras that they used and overused without ever actually acting on is the whole listen to black women thing. People kept saying that, yet no one listened to black women. The other one that really bothered me was all of our suffering is connected. Because you guys say that, but you don't actually think about what that means and what that looks like. One of the most simple connections is the fact that Black American suffering is the blueprint for most suffering perpetuated by colonizing factors around the world. Whether it's the South African apartheid, whether it's what's happening in Palestine, whether it's what happened in Germany in the 30s. Another way it's all connected is that the power structures are the same. The people who benefit the most are always rich white men. In the past, it was rich white land-owning men, and in the present, it's rich white asset-owning men. Yesterday, I made a video where I talked about how there was this woman who was gloating about the genocide, being right about the genocide, and I said I couldn't tell who was on the left or who was on the right anymore. Well, I've since seen several videos from especially white people who are celebrating being right about this, and I just have to say, you have to remember that these people are real people. Palestinian people aren't just some abstract thing. Just because you don't know any Palestinians in real life and you support the Palestinian struggle does not mean that you get to celebrate being right about this. Because literally children are dying. Literally women are dying. Their culture is being erased. The land is being ethnically cleansed. There's not going to be a Palestine. The fact that this is going to be something where so much history is lost already and going to be completely missing. The fact that these people do not have a home now and won't have a place to return to, it is not something to celebrate being right about this. I think it's actually disgusting if you do that. Because regardless of how stupid and ignorant and bigoted the people that I've talked to on TikTok have been regarding this particular issue, I don't care about what these people have to say. I care about what the Palestinians are going to experience who live in Palestine. So knowing that these people are going to die now, knowing that the plan for America to be complicit in this genocide in a way that we've never seen before is so sad to me. And of course, just like with everyone else, I can't help but think, what if we actually did what black women said to do? What if we actually listened to black women? What if we actually saw how everything was actually all connected?
Oh, I know Trump wants to turn Gaza into a resort. Things look horrible. But there's a lot of people on this app saying rude and unintelligent things to the Gaza protest voters. To people from Palestinian backgrounds, or at least families from the Middle East, whose conscience would not let them vote for a Democratic administration that was part of what was going on there.
This is all I got from this video, and I don't want to make it. I don't want to sound mean, So I will try as much as I can to dissect this video, because some people are really moving crazy. Now the boy, I don't know if he is Arab or Palestinian from Palestine or something, but wherever he is, I really do not care. Now the same guy that came out to say he doesn't care is actually the one running around looking for help. And then turn around when he saw that people are like, bashing him, turn around to say whether it is Democrat or this and that. It really like it is. Wait, I really need to understand if you are asking for people's help or you are coming to tell us that though you voted for Kamala Harris and she lost and it's still not a problem, like, whether Republican or Democrats, you are supposed to come together and fight together. Now, I am going to say this with all seriousness and my heart is so clean, and from the cleanliness of my heart, go fight with your community. When I say go fight with your community, look for Maya and the rest of you all that said that you were going to vote for third party, or better still, go call your side. Because I think she is the best candidate to help you all out in this situation. That is to tell you how ignorant and silly you people are. And the worst part is that very unintelligent people are not even ready to take advice from anybody. How can you be intelligent and at the same time proud and at the same time dumb and dense, not even willing to learn? When people do not know, you look for a way to learn. That it's normal, that it's okay, it's natural, that is way of life, right? But when you are you're looking for a way to beg me and you are at the same time gaslighting me, bro, get away and go look for help somewhere else. Stop disturbing Black people, for crying out loud. And then some of you will turn around and gaslight Black people at the same time. Democrats and the right. See, I really don't care about parties and all that. But when it comes to people looking for a way to shed Black people using Democrats, that is where I have problem. You see that Black woman, that Black young lady, I don't know where she is from, with that sponge wig. Yeah, she is also one of them. For those that do not know, she is one of them. Those one that spread misinformation and disinformation. Now you all did not vote for Kamala Harris. I don't know whoever you voted for, because a vote for Justin is at the same time a vote for Donald Trump. So why are you telling people that you call the Republicans unintelligent, but you people act like them? No, they do not act like them. Why are they different? They are different because they have foresight. When people have foresight, they see what is going to happen ahead, look for a way to wedge it. They try all they could to wedge it, but you all do not care, right? Because you felt it wasn't going to affect you. Like, to tell you how daft some of you all are. How do you think, like, with all seriousness, have you ever seen a third party in anywhere in the world as a politician? Have you ever seen a third party win? Check around. Check around. Except you are just daft that you don't even read other people's politics, or you don't even know what is happening in other places. Okay, we understand that you probably live in America, or America is just the only place you have, like, seeing politics going around. You don't read other people's politics. Have you ever seen, since you started voting, or since you started saying, have you ever seen any third party win in America? That alone tells you something. But some of you all think it's a Black thing or it's a white thing, and no, it is not. What it is that some of you are very ignorant and refuse to listen to the people that already know politics, and then turn around to gaslight yourselves, not even people that look like me, trying to tell them that they also act like. What do you mean? What do you mean? Now, let me say this and make this correct. For those that, if you had wanted something tangible, something great to happen to your community, you would have done that at the polling unit, but you all did not do that. Now you are running around looking for someone to gaslight, not people that look like me. Go gaslight yourself. Go gaslight Pe0ple. Now, the only problem I have is that the people that are in Gaza that are going to suffer this, not even, see, one thing with these people is that they do not even know anything. They think they are activists and they do not even understand what being activist means. Why am I saying this? I am saying this because majority of them live abroad. These people causing problem for people in Gaza live abroad. Some of them, you are paying their school fees from your tax. and they have the guts and the nerves, to pick up their camera, set it, and start looking for whom to call out. You all haven't even started calling out. And one thing I know for sure is that I am going to condemn everything that is going to happen in Gaza, because those people are human beings. But before you all say Gaza is going to go through it, I want you all to know that Black people are still going through the same thing that you all are screaming in Gaza. Just that some of you are hypocrites and you will not be ready to say it. You are not ready to speak it. Black people are still going through the same thing. For those that do not understand, right? But you all do not see that part. You all don't see it because you all are partially blind and partially deaf. How would you say it? My heart goes out to the people in Gaza because they are humans. They deserve to live. It is unfair for people to go and take over people's land. But why am I saying it is unfair? I am saying this because as a human, people shouldn't be doing something like this. But you all already know politics will always have a great or a major role to play when it comes to things like this. Land grabbers in the name of government. Right? With all this going on, so what are you people doing to save your own community? You're still calling Black people out, telling them that they act like this, they act like that. And for that Black man in Afro, sometimes I feel like some people that are old are not even smart, because before I thought when people are elders, like they are supposed to know some certain things. But now these days, it is no longer like that. It doesn't work that way. How do you even hold someone that is not a president responsible for the things the president is doing? That makes it even more ignorant. Now, I hope you all are having the great day you all deserve, because this is going to be a long year. And once again, my heart goes out to the people in Gaza and those that they will displace. And if you are looking for someone to hold majority of the people that you know that live abroad, because they messed things up for you. And moreover, they told them that this was going to happen, but they didn't listen. They actually gambled with your own lives. So hold them responsible, not people that look like me, because they did all they could to say you all bots. But those ones were like, no, we aren't saving our own people's butts, because it's all about us. Now you all can see who it's all about. Not even them that are going around looking for unity now. Whose unity are they looking for? Man, you all suck. Bye for now.